morning, everyone. Mike Ronaldson coming at you live from the shop with my lovely assistant, Lila. Yeah, she's a big helper. She's drawn up all my designs with crayons. And yeah, oh, you want the big one? Here you go. Okay, so this challenge coin display is what we're going to be making today. It's black walnut, has some dovetail joinery. Pretty fun little project.
And we're going to Connor's birthday party.
Yeah.
And we're going to the fair next morning. And then, so we don't be grumpy.
Yeah, you gotta have a nap so you're not grumpy for Connor's birthday.
No.
Yeah. Making 12 of them, but I'm only gonna show you how to build one, obviously. And so away we go. Pitter patter, let's get at her. All right, so I have all my work pieces through the joiner now. I've got one beautiful straight edge, one beautiful face, nice and flat. Now it's time to run them all through the planer. Everything's jointed, now to make parallelograms. Beauty. All right, everyone. So we've got all the work pieces cut to final length now. We've got the fronts, the backs, and the sides. You'll notice that the right set of sides there is actually a lot lighter, and that's because it's Western maple. I just decided to do half of them with Western maple because it really makes the dovetails pop. At the end of the video, you'll see when I show comparison between the two. So now it's time to actually start in on the dovetails themselves, and so for the fronts and backs we'll be using them for the tails, and then the sides we're going to be using them for the pins. So let's get at it. Okay, so I've got all the tails cut. That's all done. Now moving on to the pins on the sides. I've got the jig already set up. I've actually already done five boxes of the 12. So now I'll start filming for the rest of it. Let's continue onward and upward. Work-a-do. Okay, so I've got all the boxes assembled. They're just dry fit. I got no glue in there or anything because there's lots more to do. But wanted to make sure before I start striking down my jig that everything fits nicely. And it does, so mission accomplished there. Next thing is the rails. So the rails, I'll show you what I'm gonna do for those and why I didn't bother cutting up a bunch of wood. So I am a hoarder of all scraps. Should be able to use a lot of them to make most of the rails for receiving the coins. I'm going to plane them first. I'm not going to bother with the joint or anything. And then I'll cut them to final length and then run them through my router table to put the slot in. Cool beans? Right on. So I just had an epiphany. Not everyone is obviously going to want challenge coin holders, right? It's kind of a selected demographic that I would be going after. So my wife had a really great idea that I could also use the same kind of design for these fellas, essential oils. I'm sure there's a fella out there that has a significant other that likes these things, right? So I'm going to actually make two of these to be essential oil displays. Okay, so now I've cut the dados for the slots for the coin racks, and now I'm going to actually drill the holes for receiving these fellas in for 2 of the 12 that I'm making. Coolio? To infinity and beyond! Okay, so I've done up all the sides. I've got them all laid out. The sides are all laid out so that I can now take my router and route out or put mortises in where the tracks or the coin thingies are gonna go into. Okay, so now it's time to do all of that. so as you can see, all the sides are cut. It's like a 20-degree angle, I think it was. I set it on the miter saw, and I cut all of the sides. So now we're ready to do a quick sanding. Mostly on the inside is what I'm most worried about, because once the box is together, it's a little bit more difficult to sand on the inside. But other than that, as soon as that's done, it's time to glue them up and then do a final sanding and then finish, and that's a wrap.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Cheesy. Alright, so I've got this one all done up. It's got its final sanding. Now time to put some finish on it. I've also got one of the essential oil holders that's all done up, ready to go for some finish. So I'll snap that on, and then that's going to be her for this video, I think. Alright, next. Alright gang, how's it going? So that's pretty much a wrap for this this project. Well, for the video at least. I've got a bunch more to do on the other ones. But over here we got the essential oils display. Turned out pretty good. It's for the Young Living line of essential oils. Fits those nicely. And then over here is my original design for the challenge coin display. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give her the old thumbs upper, subscribe, share, and of course comment. Really appreciate the comments. It's a two-way street. I like to learn from you. Hopefully I've taught you something. So with the comments, that's really how we both learn and share our experiences to make ourselves better craftsmen. So we'll see you next time. Shabam!